Welcome back. We're continuing our rounds. We've done some Phantom V stuff, but while we're doing that, I did notice Mueller was back here, so we can go speak to him. So let's have a word. What is it? Did you forget something? Alright, I mean... It's just saying hello, I mean... Alright. So rude. I liked you, Mueller. You're mean to me. No need to be meanie. Welcome. Persons wishing to obtain tickets, please come to the reception desk. Okay. I plan on opening a tour company together with the airship company. I propose Bose for my first stop after visiting it the other day, and the company approves. I'll be deciding the details of the tour now. Oh, very well. It was pretty insane after the coup d'etat. I had to deal with cleaning up after the fact and also re-normalizing operation of the liners. Just remembering day after day of leftover work brings tears to my eyes. Would do. It's true, the company's a bit troubled after receiving that threat letter. I hope we don't end up with another situation that causes trouble for our passengers. No, they will. Well, this is a thought. Just had that thought of like, okay, so when the Ouroborous shutdown happens and it's clearly going to knock out everything in Liberl, does it happen when the airliners are in the air? Because they'll drop out the sky. It seems the Republic will let me buy one of their liner ships, but now we're having a hard time coming to an agreement with them on price. Woman's supposed to be the Republican ambassador, but she seems more like a businesswoman. It's just that worry now, like, oh god. It's a little sad about the sail around. I wonder if Peyton will come back soon. There's no one to really compete with here when it's just me and the chief engineer. I forgot to fire the maintenance checklist. I've got to hurry up and write it up. Am I? Why did my beloved our sail go? I've come this far, and I'll chase it to the ends of the earth until I find where it is. You could tell him, but I don't think he should chase after where it is. It's just like, yeah, you might get arrested, especially after a recent military coup. They might suspect you of things, so best not. Best not. Maybe I should go visit the castle. Estelle, what is it? The hotel is my job today. You should get to your assigned area. Alright. I was trying not to worry about the threatening letter, given how vague its contents were. But I must admit, having the basic investigate matter is quite a relief. I suppose somewhere deep within me, I was still worried as can be. If there's anything I can do, I'd be happy to assist. I would recommend you get a maid. That's all I'm saying. Like someone to maintain. It's like we've never seen a maid here. I don't recall ever seeing it. Does anyone ever recall this place ever having a maid or like someone who's looking after the place? It's just, I find that very suspicious that everywhere else has one, but not there. Why? There have been all sorts of rumors flying around about the Queen being ill, but she's quite well, I assure you. It's true that she's been running herself ragged cleaning up after the coup d'etat and preparing for the signing ceremony, though. I'll be right there to support her in any way I can. Even the slightest delay in the signing ceremony is unacceptable. Feels like people from Ouroborous and Calvert embassies have been in and out of the castle a lot these days. It's because of the signing ceremony. A non-aggression fact. Almost sounds too good to... What? I mean, that's not me this time. I'll read it as it is. A non-aggression fact almost sounds too good to real, but it is. It's actually happening. So it's obviously like, feels like people from the Ouroborous and Calvert embassies have been in and out of the castle a lot these days. Maybe it's because of the signing ceremony. A non-aggression pact almost sounds too good to be real, but it is. It's actually happening. Like, there we go. It's just like, what? That made no sense. Wasn't me for once. I suppose the way to get him some energy is to make him a real great meal. Guess I've just got to try a few things and see what sticks. Anyway, I could do with a really good meal, to be honest. Got steak later. We're gonna have top grade beefsteak. They did cheer up Dad, apparently. I'm sure is being awfully sweet to Dad. I tried some of that meat-free burgers the other day. So one of those things where it's like, because of the whole like lockdown in the UK right now, because the coronavirus, if you're there in the future, there's very much just that idea of like, you know what, I'm gonna try some of this like alternative like meat substitutes. That wasn't bad actually. Wasn't bad. I think what it's slightly off-putting to me is it's so close. There's something slightly different about the texture that makes my brain go like, I don't trust this for some reason. I'd get used to it. It's something I'd probably buy again. It's quite nice. I'd recommend it. Let's put it like that. Oh, I smell something good. Here, I give it a try. Give it a try. It's not that bad. No. It's one of those things where it's like, it's been a recent controversy with a certain channel, a certain other channel. I'm not going to name them because, you know, just this whole idea of like, I don't have an issue with the idea of like someone being vegan or anything like that. It's like, fine, you want to do that? Do that. So it's like, admirable, if anything. It's the ones that are very pushy about it. Like, busy, busy, busy. Okay, next delivery is to the East Block. Busy, busy, busy. I very much of the opinion is like, if you push about veganism, you're going to scare people away from the idea, where it's like, just promote the good aspects. Just be like, hey, like taste this, it's actually quite good. Like, all right, I'll give it a go, why not? Yes. That's what I did. And like I said, give them the meat alternatives a go. They're actually quite nice. May I have your ear for a moment? I actually just received the rank of Master Fisher from the Fisherman's Guild. Now I can be counted alongside people like Lloyd. You know Lloyd, don't you? He's from Crossbell? No, the other one. Oh, right. He's a wonderful fisherman. Once my husband comes back from the castle, I'm going to positively rub his face in this. Oh, I will. Okay, so I think we're done talking to everyone out here. Let's go. I took a tour of the castle. It was beautiful. Miss Julia, my idol. How on earth can I meet you? I guess sneaking into the grounds on a tour is the best way. Don't do that? Again, like with what's happening in the world, like your world. Don't do that? Now, where to go next? The wind here feels amazing. Oh, the fish seem to be swimming along quite cheerily. If only I brought my fishing rod. Yes, we're gonna have to do a bit of it, aren't we? Bet I caught fish here. Hook, line, sinker. Frog. Yes. Pop, 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 pop. Come on, fish. Take the frog. 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 Oh, what happened? Why I was asleep? Reverse now. Bump, 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 bump. Guessing is gonna work with this rod, maybe. Dumplings! Bump, 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 bump. Huh? Yeah. Me. Be. Be. Wait, wait. Ow. It's kind of disappointing, but alright. Was someone coming towards me then? I felt like someone was coming towards me. I think it was this when I started moving it, like something moved. Please enter. Enter, please. What? I mean, please enter. Okay, so now let's do the rounds in the castle. My duties are slowly normalizing, but I'm still quite busy. As ever, there are still many inquiries from the citizenry about the coup d'etat. I'm in charge of various kinds of reparations, but there's just a mountain of problems to get through. I'm imagine my wife's enjoying non-stop fishing by now. You're gonna get it, mate. At this rate, not only am I going to be worthless as a man, but my position as her husband will be in danger. Alright, if I just train in secret, I'm sure I can catch up to my wife. It's like you two going about it strangely. It's like you can still be rivals, like as husband and wife and stuff like that, but it's like, do it together, you fools. We're still cleaning up after the coup d'etat. Right now, I'm investigating Intelligence Division's budgets and their real expenses. From the looks of it, there are signs the budget was manipulated. Where could this money have gone to? At the moment, Captain Schwarz of the Royal Guard is away. At the moment, alright. Welcome to Grasso Castle. Welcome to Grasso Castle. To think that the already state-of-the-art Arcel can go even further. What kind of ship it'll become. I like even here, it's sort of like showing the advancement of the technologies accelerating. It's like, so when we even get to like Cold Steel 3, it's like the level of technology does make sense. The technology is advancing fast. Very fast. It's one of those things where it becomes exponential, essentially. I'm afraid Captain Schwarz isn't here right now. She is currently stationed at Leiston Fortress for the changing of the Arcel's engine. I think the only thing that makes it strange to me is like the infrastructure. How are they building the infrastructure to support such things so fast? It's fascinating. It's fascinating. Oh, the maid quarters. Go straight ahead for a while and you'll see a big entrance. The door to the right of that is the entrance to the maid quarters. The maid quarters. Go straight ahead for... I expected to be like, I already told you. Go find it yourself. The head cook is incredible. It's crazy how many recipes that guy knows. Maybe I can get him to teach me a few. Why, Your Highness Claudia, I see you are most well today. May I ask what brings you to my humble kitchen? Once we closed the door leading into the sewers, we finally stopped getting so many rats in our storehouse. Really the nerve that they had to chew on food that people put so much effort to bring in. Nasty, nasty little creatures. See what's said when we go down here, though. The door is tightly closed. It's not locked, though. Just tightly closed. Maybe we should lock it. You know. Don't know why I don't just go into the room here. What is it? I'm very sorry, but I'm busy cleaning here. What's that? What's that? Busy cleaning. Where do these windows point out to? Because they would be essentially like the only thing I can think of is like there's an actual long corridor here. But then it's like, okay, so if there's a long corridor, but it would have to still line up with this, wouldn't it? It should be about the same length. So there's like can't be that long of a corridor, so it's like those windows must be in here. They must point out into here. It's strange. Mrs. Still? And Miss Claudia. Master Zinn, too. Pardon me. In quite some time. It sure has. Yeah, it reminds me of when you lent me your maid uniform share. Oh, Stella's a maid? Yeah, it was to meet with the Queen. Oh, and Joshua had to wear one, too. She did her magic on his face with her makeup. She was all pumped up to do it. Oh, my. Thank you very much. Joshua, who once played the role of Princess Cecilia, so perfectly also betrayed a maidservant. Oh, noble endeavors both. I am sure it must have been quite beauteous to behold. I regret all the more I could not attend the Duke's banquet. Alright, yeah. Do you know where Hilda is? I believe Mistress Hilda is in the library. As I recall, she said she had something to look up. The library, got it. I believe Mistress Hilda is in the library. So it's like those windows have to be connected to here for it to make sense. So it's like you're looking out into the maid. Or it's like, where's this looking out to? What? Strange. Very strange. Very strange that I noticed such things as well, I know. It's just that sort of like, well, it has to... I mean, it could. Just seems a bit odd in design. It's like, why not? Why? Why would you have that? Just don't know. Just don't know. Hi, Your Highness Claudia. Welcome home. Would you like something? I'd be happy to prepare some tea. Make the tea. Chop, chop. Some lovely Yorkshire gold. Yes, yes. In there, yes. It's such a relief that the Duke's staying over in the villa. After all, the Duke was always staring at people with lecherous, dirty eyes. Oh yeah, I forgot about that scene. Just don't like him at all. I think it's understandable that I don't. Who does? Who does? He's a detestable human being is the best way of putting it. And that's the best way of putting it, you know. Make sure we're looking at all these rooms before we head off down to the library. Oh, well, time to start cleaning the guest rooms. Once I'm done with the guest rooms, it's off to help tidy the library. Very well. Castle blueprints, the 7 treasures, and full details of the 100 Days War. I was asked by Her Highness to compose a list of the books removed by the Intelligence Division. And what they were investigating, a curious selection. It's like, we know what they're investigating at this point. It's not like, I wish they would update. Like, because there's the Liberl's map. But it's like, this map here is clearly Earth. You can see it. Just like, just adapt it slightly. Would be nice. Would be nice. Anyway, yes, Hilda. Princess Claudia. And Miss Estelle, too. Hello, Hilda. I'm sorry if I startled you, but I just got back. Hi, Hilda. Sorry I've been out of touch. It's quite alright. I'm glad to see you well. I understand the princess has been assisting you, Estelle. I'm very glad to see the two of you home safe. Aw, Hilda. You're embarrassing Estelle, Hilda. Speaking of helping Estelle, though, I've returned partially to inquire about something the guild is investigating. Could we ask you a few questions, Hilda? I could be of assistance. Ask me anything. I think there may be a few too many onlookers to speak here, however. Let us borrow a guest room. Yes, I see. You're attending to the investigation of the letter we'd received, then? I take it you want to know if I have any idea who the sender might be. That's it exactly. We're investigating all the locations that received letters to see if we can ferret out some clues. Well, firstly, thank you for your efforts. Just receiving that letter was unsettling. I'm afraid I can be of little aid in naming suspects, however. The only thing I can say with confidence is that this is not the work of anyone in the castle. We kind of figured that one. Who was the letter here addressed to, out of curiosity? No less a person than Her Majesty herself. I'll check all letters addressed to the Queen, so I know the contents of the letter. Believe me, if I could lay hands on the rude fool who wrote that. Ah, pardon me. I was wondering, were there any other suspicious letters delivered to the castle recently? Ones critical of royal decision, for example. Ah, well. Hilda, please help us for my sake, if for no one else's. We need as much information as we can in order to make a judgment. Very well. There have been several letters delivered with no indication as to their senders. They were not particularly critical of royal decision per se. They were largely petitions to reduce or annul Colonel Richard's sentence. I suspect at least some are from citizens of Granson, but the rest I cannot be sure of. People want Colonel Richard freed? No less than expected of the man who once strove to be my rival. His popularity endures even after his capture and shaming. Colonel was very skilled and competent, and everyone knows that. It is unusual at all to see people regret losing him. I would personally bet on those letters not being related to our little threat. Requesting something of the royal hand is one thing. Trying to force it to do something is a whole different thing altogether. Still, even knowing the letters exist helps. Oh, one more thing, Hilda. I wanted to ask something else. Estelle asked Hilda about the Hayworths. Harold Hayworth, a trader from Ouroborous? Yes, I remember him. Say what? Is he an acquaintance of yours, Hilda? Not as such. He asked for a tour of the castle interior a few days ago. I happened to be otherwise unoccupied, so I showed him about. His wife and daughter were with him as well. Really? Hey! Alas, this provides us with little clue as to where the Hayworths may have gone. Yes, my apologies. There was something that bothered me, however. What would that be? That child greatly enjoyed the tour. However, the parents felt as though they were barely even present throughout the entire thing. They seemed even-tempered and normal enough when they spoke to me, but when combined with your story, I wonder if they were under strain. Not able to pay attention after coming to see a place as a tourist. Sounds like something was on their minds, alright. Yes, it seems likely they were in some kind of trouble even then. This may give us a clue as to where they went. Thank you very much, Hilda. I think this gave us some good leads. I'm glad I could be of help. Oh, Princess, you'll be staying here in the castle tonight, I trust. And if your friends lack accommodations... What? I had intended to stay here while in Gransel, yes, but... You know... how about it, everyone? Ah, you forget. They are expecting me to be... a pest at the embassy tonight, and I can hardly disappoint. I do appreciate the offer, however. And I've got what's basically a permanent room at the Calvardian embassy. Thanks, but I've got to decline this time. I should probably ask Shera and Tita before committing to anything. You've got Ren, too. That's true. Sounds like she loves the castle. I shall keep the rooms ready in case you wish to stay. Thanks, Hilda. Thank you, Hilda. Not at all. I must return to the maid quarters. Please let me know if you need anything else. If you'll pardon me. Okay, so we still need to meet with the Queen. She should be in her chambers, right? Yes, I'd be surprised if she isn't. Let us not keep her waiting, then. Let's go speak to Hilda once again. I couldn't have even imagined that young girl being involved in all this. Hope you'll find her parents soon. You met with Mistress Hilda, didn't you? Would you like me to prepare something to drink for you? Some tea would be lovely, thank you. Do you have any Yorkshire gold? No? Well, strange. Someone's like, Yorkshire doesn't exist here. My God. Could you imagine such a thing? I don't think any Yorkshiremen would actually appreciate that. Oh dear. Why, Lady Claudia. If you're looking for Her Majesty the Queen, she is currently resting in her room. Please pass through. Alright. Not like enjoy your time, just pass through. Stuck on the wall then, it's like, I can't move! Can't move at all. Oh God. There's you. There you're out on the balcony. Ah, you finally arrived. Huh? Grandmother? Sieg! Great. Was Sieg? I see. Sieg was being thoughtful, wasn't he? Yes, he let me know you were coming. Welcome home, Claudia. And Estelle, you're always welcome so long as I remain queen. Your father explained everything not long after you left to train. It pains me to know you carry such a burden. Oh. Thank you very much, Your Majesty. Still, I know what I gotta do, and Chloe's been a huge help. I'm okay, don't worry. I see. Your soul has gained new steel since we last met, Estelle. It's very cold. Cold steel. Mr. Vathek and Mr. Lenheim, both of you, and of course, are also welcome in my home. Let us retire to my chambers. I shall have some Yorkshire tea prepared. Oh, you do have it. Oh, lovely. Is it cold? Ah, so you've come about the letters. I wasn't aware they had been sent to the cathedral and the embassies as well. Your fears are not groundless. It's difficult to think of such lengths as a mere childish prank. Yes, Your Highness. That's why we're trying to talk to people affiliated to the case, to see if we can find some clues. Grandmother, do you have any idea who might be responsible? especially someone within Liberl. Claudia, what do you think? Me? As a possible heir, your thoughts should daily be on the forces moving within our nation. Would you share your opinion with me? Very well. Deep breath. I don't believe there's any force in the country which is truly opposed to the pact. I've heard in various places, however, that following the coup, some of our extreme right-wing citizens are feeling very concerned. Their frustrations might be at the root of these letters. Maybe. Very good. My opinion is more or less the same. Sorry, but I don't quite follow. Alan, Colonel Richard, was not the only man who approved the idea of expanding and empowering our military. In the wake of the failed coup, however, the matter is effectively untouchable. I can only imagine all who share his mindset are quite dissatisfied and worried for our safety. Okay, so I think the letters are from believers in military control and expansion. Like the intelligence division guy still on the run. That would be the short of it, yes. If that is the case, then I would say I bear the responsibility for this as much as they. It was my beliefs that led them to take such action in the first place after all. Grandmother. I don't know. I don't think they have the right to be all bleh, let's threaten people and be scary because we're sore losers. No. There are few things more precious than the freedom to express oneself, Estelle. Remember, even those who promote military empowerment and a war footing do so out of a love for Liberl and its people. It's like I said, it's like Colonel Richard was just sort of like mistaken in what he was doing. It's like he was a patriot through and through. He wanted to protect the country and its people. He was just very misguided. It's sort of like, yeah, makes sense. They have as much right to express that idea as any of us have ours. And listening to all such opinions and choosing how to guide the country, that is a ruler's responsibility. Though, in that case, I'd rather doubt they'll actually try to stop the ceremony, yes? Assuming the letter is from the expansionists, yes. It's quite possible. With Colonel Richard under arrest, they have little power with which to act. The problem lies with the idea that someone else may be responsible. If that is the case, then I fear I can offer you little advice or knowledge. Oh, rats. Finalicia, if I may broach a question. Of course, Olivier. Whatever you wish. Why are you so determined to act upon this non-aggression pact now? Your own country is still deeply confused and unsettled from the coup attempt. Thank you, Olivier. I've had that inkling here and there, haven't I? It's just that sort of like, like what's going on here? It's like, why now? It just felt slightly off in some ways. It's like, but I just felt like that was going to come up, and it's like, there we go. Like again, it's like I trust Malcolm's writing. Again, it's not like Shakespeare or Tolkien or anything like that. It's not like amazing stuff, but it's good stuff. It's consistently good. That's what I appreciate. Most rulers would think this is a time to focus solely on one's own country, not the affairs of others. Olivier, you are talking to a queen, you know. You have no idea. It's alright, Estelle. Olivier has a point. The plans and proposals for the pact, however, far predate the coup. Further delays would only harm the dignity of the nation. The Cruce Bell issue is causing a great deal of friction again as well. And I hope this can help. Again, like I mentioned previously, I was like, why are they not just doing this in Crossbell? It makes sense to do it in Crossbell. Why are they not doing it in Crossbell? It's like, and it's coming up now. It's like, yeah, Crossbell would not be a location to do this. It's like, thank you. That's all I want. I just want like these questions that come in my head answered. And again, I appreciate Falcom so much because they answer the questions I have in my head. And I like that. It's like, thank you. Thank you. Like, for instance, in Tokyo Xanadu. And it's sort of like, is it safe to take stuff from the Eclipse? Can we take stuff out of the Eclipse? It's like, based on what we've done previously, can we actually do that? And then it comes up as just a plot point. Like, is it safe to take this? It's like, yeah, should be alright. That's all I want. Just a simple answer that question in my head, and I'm very, very happy. But it's like, yeah, the Crossbell thing's been solved in my head. It's like, yeah, I don't question why it's not there at all anymore. Because it doesn't make sense to have it there, because they've explained it. Yeah, thank you. Crossbell. That's where Ren's from, isn't it? Yes, it lies due northeast of here, over the Crone Mountains directly between Erebonia and Calvert. Both the Republic and Empire claim it should be part of their governments, and some Crossbellians want total independence. It's quite a mess. They should make a game about that. No, two games about that. We'll see if that happens. Crossbells. I'm going to just go with crossbell now. I've taken the joke to its limits at this point. Crossbells, basically a fishbone stuck in two throats at once. All the issues surrounding it just get called the crossbell problem. I see. Why, no wonder people get worked up about it then. So your aim is to pluck out the bone with this pack then. And again, I just like this idea of, I have all the foreknowledge of what's coming and stuff like that. So I then bring that foreknowledge back in time, basically, to before, like this was brought up, and ask the question, like, why is it not there? Why does this make sense? And it's still, even with this foreknowledge of everything, it's like, it still works very well with what we're being told, and I love that. I love it. To continue the analogy, it is not a bone that can be removed in one gesture, certainly. If I can open a way to resolve the issue, however, yes. Laying the groundwork for resolving that issue will strengthen peace across the entire region, and people will remember Liberl spurred it on. I have underestimated you even more than I previously thought. Our invasion of Liberl was far more of a fool's errand than I had ever imagined. That much, at least, is painfully obvious to me now. What are you going on about? Oh, wait. Crossbell. Ren. Duh. Sorry, to change the subject, Your Majesty, but... Estelle asked Queen Alicia about Ren's parents. My goodness, a child abandoned at the royal villa? I must instruct Raymond to keep me better informed, it seems. I know it's a shot in the dark, but I don't suppose you have any idea where they might be, Your Majesty? No, I am very sorry, but I do not. However, when they visited the castle, especially recently, Hilda would know of it. Have you spoken with her? Yeah, we did. Hilda only said they were behaving a little strangely. I see. Well, should you wish, I can contact Mayor McDowell and the Crossbell government. That would help. Ask whenever you need. Oh, thanks, Grandmother. Thank you for all your help. We need to move on, unfortunately. But, don't be nervous. I know what you wish to say. I think. You'll be staying in the castle tonight, yes? Let us speak then, once you are no longer busy. All right. I really like her. My goddess. Such royalty. I would say she is the only person on the continent with a sense of, balance. Yeah, sort of feels weird to say, coming from a democracy. But she's the perfect ruler. Kind of envy Liberl, to be honest. Of course. She's the queen, after all. Chloe, what's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. I was just struck again by how incredible a woman Grandmother is. I really doubt I can ever live up to her. Oh. Princess? When did Her Majesty the Queen take the throne? Oh, she was 20, if I recall correctly. And may I ask your age? I'm 16, but what? My point. I truly doubt Her Majesty was a master politician the day she took the throne. And you are not yet even as old as she when she first donned the purple. I see little point in comparing yourself to her as she is now, wouldn't you agree? We martial artists tend to say that only those with the proper capacity can achieve this thing called unity of purpose. Even those with the greatest innate skill, like say, Malta, only reach their peak through a journey of 1,000 steps. I think Her Majesty believes that you have the capacity to get there, Princess. Just take it one step at a time. Don't worry. Olivier. Zin. Thank you. Really. Good job, you two. I was going to be an awesome queen someday. I guess you get good with pep talks as you get older, huh? Get older? How rude. I'm a fresh, youthful 25. 5 years younger than Zin here, even. You want to call out someone on being rude, Olivier? Well, anyway, we've spoken to Hilda and Grandmother both. Yep, back to town then, I guess. Yes, let us be off. We'll go speak to her again, just say hello, because she's awesome. Thanks to Cassius's tireless service. Your whole army is well on its way to being rebuilt. Choose the best path, and then walk it. Putting into words is simple, but nothing is harder than putting it into practice. He is one of the few who knows how to walk such paths. I'm sure he dearly loved to spend his days living peacefully with you, Estelle. You must never lose sight of being a queen worthy of loyalty like your Tharvis. Right, so obviously we're going to end this part here. That was a lot of fun. I get more and more... That's the thing. I'm getting more and more giddy and more excited and more... I don't know how to describe it. It's like more... What's the word? I don't even know what the word will be. I admire the series more? So I'm trying to think of the word. It's like more enamored. It's that sort of feeling. I don't even feel like enamored's right. It's just that sort of like, yeah, just become more invested, enamored. It's something around there. Just that sort of like, it becomes more fulfilling as I carry on, and it's great. It's great. Simple as that. Right, so, see you in the next part. Ta-ta for now.